Get better. This is our weekly new agent call. I'm your host for today. My name is Alexander Straight, and I am an executive vice president here at Family First Life. This is going to be about 30 to 60 minutes, depending on how interactive you guys are, how much you guys want me to go. But the whole idea is that if you're a new agent or if you're making less than 20K a month here at FFL, anyone can do that. And so the whole idea by the end of this call is that you have the exact blueprint you need and you work on your skills in order to get to where you need to be consistently doing 20K plus a month. So with that being said, go ahead. If you don't have a notebook already, get your notebook out because we're going to be going over a lot of good stuff. And if you guys have a phone as well, we're going to be doing some things in real time. So I want to make sure that everyone has a notebook, everyone has their phone ready. And that way we can knock this out in the next 30 to 60 minutes and give you guys the exact game plan needed to go out, attack this week, go get deposits this week, continue to grow, continue to improve, continue to get better. So with that being said, I'm gonna start off by sharing my screen. We got a checklist that we're gonna knock out here in about 5-10 minutes that we're all gonna do together. The very first thing I want you to write down, especially if this is your first time on the call, I want you to write down the website fflamerica.com. fflamerica.com. So this is your resource website, your resource center. This is your go-to place whenever you have a question about, like where should I go to find something? What if I need help with the phone script? What I need to know more about leads, or I just need to get connected. Where's that one sheet I saw? Chances are it's on this website, right? You just got to learn to be resourceful. But what we're going to knock out right now is this getting started checklist, this 1 through 7. We're going to go ahead and go through this together right now in real time. And if you wanted to go pull this up on your computer or on your phone and do it with me, you are definitely more than welcome to. That way we can go all do this together and you could say, boom, got that done. Don't ever worry about that ever again. So first things first, the very first step for everyone, if you are on this call, you need to make sure that you are part of our private Facebook group. So I'm going to click here, right where it says here. It will pull up our Facebook group in a different tab for you. And if you are not already part of this Facebook group, then right over here on the right-hand side, it's going to say request to join or ask to join or something along those lines over on the right-hand side. But super duper important that you are part of our Facebook group. We have a lot of great announcements. We have motivation, like this guy right here, right? This guy, brand new agent, he went 0 for 6 in the field, but he obviously kept a good attitude. He's getting loved on a lot, over 250 likes. He's getting a lot of people that are helping out with some motivation, with some tips, etc. How many people use a separate phone for their FFL business? Like, who would like to know that? It's a really good thing to know, right? 48 different answers here. So really good just to be involved, to be engaged, recognize people as they're having good weeks, good months, good tips, etc. So that's what our Facebook group is all about. So make sure you join our Facebook group, check this regularly. Even if you're not on Facebook a ton, super helpful just to make sure that you are plugged in. I would say at least once a day, just kind of go through this together. So that's our Facebook group right there, step 1. Step 2, and we could do this literally together in real time, is we are going to text. So first off, open up the messages apps on your phone. So if I got my phone out, I'm literally pulling up the messages app. I'm typing in 224, I'm sending a text message, 224-225-8777. And I'm going to text the word in all cap, join, JOIN, to that phone number, 224-225-8777. And if you're doing it in real time, you should have already had knocked it out right now. And what that does is that will give you updates and training call reminders. That way you don't miss training calls moving forwards, or if there's replays of training calls, let's say you're busy or at work, sometimes replays are sent out from that number. So it's a super duper useful tool because we're all busy. I get it. This is just going to help keep you in the loop. At any point, you could reply stop to opt out, but it's like 1 text a day, just a training call reminder, training video, just to help keep you plugged in a little bit. So check 2, boom, that one's done. Number 3, join the Team Slack app here. So if you click on this button, it should give you the option to go ahead and join Slack if for whatever reason that link does not work well. Another link you guys are going to want to write down, because sometimes that link acts up. And you can see I just typed it into my address bar. I know it's tiny, but it's slack.fflfire.com. slack.fflfire.com. gives you the option to join our Slack group, slack.fflfire.com. It is an app that you're going to want downloaded on your phone. But the coolest part about the Slack is that it's very similar to the Facebook group, but it's just for our agency, and it's got everything organized by topic. So like my favorite channels, right? I like the general channel. This is general company announcements. This is, you know, when people are out in the field doing their weekend warrior stuff, training call reminders, all that's posted here. My favorite channel, and the channel you guys are going to love as you get out in the field, is in-home help. And so anytime Tuesday through Saturday that you are in in-home help, there's going to be this wonderful thing called the underwriting genie. So let's say you're like Ayana here. She was sitting with a 46-year-old male who had a Direct Express card, took lisinopril, had COVID earlier this year, was an insulin diabetic, a marijuana user. And it's like, holy crap, which product can I write for this client? Right? Because you're new, you're in a home, you have no idea which companies will accept this and won't accept this. We have these amazing people, they're called the underwriting genie, and they will literally tell you exactly what product to write within like 60 seconds. So Tuesday through Saturday, you're out in the field, you use the in-home help channel, you're going to know exactly which products to write for your clients. And that way you're never stuck in a situation where you're like, I have no idea what to do, and you have no idea how to help the client. So that's really cool. And then my favorite channel is the Sales Results Daily. This is where people are posting their sales in real time as they're happening. So you can see Alexander Peraza just went out and made $1,800 about 20 minutes ago. And then just scrolling back, I mean, like look at this guy earlier today. He made about $2,400 earlier today. Caden was out slinging insurance. I mean, this is all people out there in real time slinging insurance, making money. This guy $3,400, you know, on a Sunday. So really, really cool to kind of see it. Slack is awesome. We also have a private channel just for our team, which is where you guys are all that we're on here on time. You guys are all Slack famous right there. But if you are not part of this private channel, make sure to ask your manager and they can add you into this private channel. So if you're in Slack and you don't see FFL Fire, it's invite only. Text your manager now and say, please invite me into the FFL Fire Slack channel. Thank you. And manager will see that and they will be able to invite you. So that is Slack. It's super exciting. Download the app. It's also on your computer if you want. But that is what step 3 is all about. And it's super duper useful. Slack.fflfire.com. Number 4 is the WorkSpots app. And so WorkSpots, if you have not heard of WorkSpots and you are a member, actually real quick, let me stop sharing my screen. So who here, if you have not heard of the WorkSpots app, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat. If you have no idea what WorkSpots is, drop a 1 in the chat. And if you do know what WorkSpots is, drop a 2 in the chat. So if you're like, I got no clue what WorkSpots is, drop a 1. And if you do know, drop a 2. And take a sip of my tea. Okay, so we got a nice mix of both, which is awesome. So WorkSpots is awesome, right? So if you're brand new to this call, what it is, it's an app you download on your phone. It's 99 bucks a month. Before you go, ooh, I don't want that. Here's the 2 coolest features about WorkSpots. Number 1, it has access to every single office in the entire company. And so as you are plugging in, you're brand new to this, you know, FFL, and you're trying to make sure you get around people that are like-minded and supportive of you, the WorkSpots app, you can literally go pull up every single office in the entire company. And there's a little search bar and you can go plug into the office, figure out their office hours, the address, etc. So you got to be a WorkSpots member in order to plug into the offices. The coolest part, though, that's not even the coolest part. The coolest part is that we get lead discount coupons every single week. And so here at FFL, we don't like bugging our family and friends. We don't like having to make a list of top 50 family and friends and calling them over and over again and annoying your aunts and uncles. We like working off warm buyer leads, people who requested insurance from us. And we buy those leads with our own dollars. And so if you're already buying leads and you could be a WorkSpots member and get 20 to 50% off every time you buy leads, why would you not do that? And that's what the WorkSpots app gives you. It gives you the ability to get 20 to 50% off, depending on the coupon code each week, off of the leads you're already purchasing. So if you're going to be spending 500 bucks on leads, 50% off, you just save 250 bucks, right? The app costs you 99, you save 250. That's a no-brainer. I would pay 99 to save 250 every single time. David Locke, one of the top producers, just posted in the chat. I have over $5,000 in savings since April. So April means he's paid April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. He's paid $500 and he's saved over 5,000. Not a bad ROI. So get on the WorkSpots app. The link is right there on that fflamerica.com. So I'm going to once again go share my screen. So you can see, download the WorkSpots app here. And if you're on your phone, you can literally click on it and download the WorkSpots app. And then when it asks you to select an office, either select the office that's right there in your backyard. So if you find an office that's right next to you, definitely select that office. If you want to stay connected to our team, select Dallas, Texas. And that way, whenever we post updates, you will get updates from our team specifically, because that is our office on the WorkSpots app. But it's a really great supportive, really great for the lead coupons. Everyone, if you're buying leads and you're working the FFL, you got to be on WorkSpots. Otherwise, you're just wasting money. So that's WorkSpots. Number 5 is subscribe to our YouTube here. So you go ahead and you literally click on the here button. It'll pull up Grady Polson's YouTube, which in my opinion is probably the best YouTube channel. His and Andrew Taylor's are the 2 best YouTube channels in FFL. But there's going to be a red button here. And as soon as you click it, it's going to turn gray and it'll say subscribed. That's how you know we did it correctly. So that'll just give you a notification via email whenever Grady posts a new video. Most videos, as you could see, are anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. So it's super easy just to put on while you're at the gym, while you're driving somewhere. Just put on, constantly be feeding good content into your brain. So that's YouTube. Number 6, join the FFL corporate email blast here. You click on the little here button, pulls up a form, and it takes approximately 19 seconds to fill out. Email, first name, last name, phone number, city, state, direct upline. If you are not sure who your direct upline is, you can put my name down, Alexander Straight. But the whole idea is, as corporate sends out email reminders and email updates about training events, lead discount coupons, etc., you want to make sure you're staying in the loop. All of this is about making sure you're staying in the loop. You know, you're a 1099 entrepreneur. There's a lot of distractions out there. You want to make sure that you stay around the campfire, stay warm and fuzzy. If you go away from the campfire, it's a cold, dark world. So this is all about staying around the campfire. So that's a corporate email blast. And then last but not least is the FFL America Bootcamp right here. So go ahead real quickly in the chat, drop a 1 if you already have your insurance license. I know there's some people on here that are not licensed yet. They're still studying, but drop a 1 if you do have your insurance license. Cool, got a couple popping in. Now drop a 2 if you have already done the boot camp and you have your insurance license. Let's see who's already completed the boot camp. Excellent. Colton Bruce, can you unmute?
Hi there.
Put you on the spot, Colton.
Sure.
You there, bro?
Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you now. Let's see, okay. Yeah, no problem. While you're figuring that out, let's see if I can get someone else, just in case, Colton. See if we get your audio fixed. How about let's see, Dree Santana. Can you unmute? We'll come back to you, Colton, later. Don't you worry.
Yeah, could you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Dree Santana. Yeah, this is. Oh, you could hear him? Oh, is it just me? I wasn't able to hear. Oh, maybe I have the wrong speaker selected. That's my bad, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Basically, what I was trying to say, and I apologize, Colton, I probably had the wrong speaker selected, but I just wanted to kind of get your feedback on bootcamp, because we have a lot of people who have had success with bootcamp, what it is and what it's all about. And maybe we could try this again. Colton, can you try talking?
Sure. Can you hear me?
There he is. My bad, guys. What's up,
Awesome.
Colton? How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Just made some food, tuning in for the call tonight.
Nice, man. Awesome. Yeah, Kirby told me you just finished boot camp and you're ready to get out in the field, but tell me about your overall impressions of boot camp. What'd you like about it?
It was very informative, very helpful. It definitely has all of the information that I think you need to go out into the field. It pretty much provides you with just about everything you possibly need, whether it's links, extra helpful tools, videos, things of that nature. That's just
Nice.
about everything.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, man. That's kind of the whole goal. That's why it was built. FFLAmericaBootcamp.com. You definitely want to start this only after you get your insurance license. So if you're not licensed yet, don't worry about this. But what it does is it gets you plugged in. You go over lead training like he was talking about, phone scripts, objections, live dials, the in-home presentation, products, doing a couple practice applications before you get out and do your lead strategy calls. So it takes about 3 to 10 days to do. So if you are contracted or if you're licensed and you're working with us and you have not done boot camp, would strongly recommend knocking this out and getting this done. It is awesome for plugging in and getting the content you need. So that is the last step on the 7 steps here of steps 1 through 7 on fflamerica.com. So thank you, Colton, for hopping on. I might be grabbing you again later, but
Absolutely.
for sure, man. So with that being said, before we move on and talk a little bit about lead strategy, is there anyone that has any questions about anything we just went over? Steps 1 through 7. You can either type in the chat, you can unmute. This is an open forum for you guys. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Cue the Jeopardy music. No questions. Love to see it. Okay. So with that being said, there are 3 parts to FFL with being successful. And the first part is leads. If you do not have leads, you will not be successful here at Family First Life. So if you're taking notes, write down leads in big letters, all capitals, LEADS. And I will tell you right now, the whole goal of this call is to show you how you can be a 20K a month producer, because anyone can do it. And if you're coming from, a W-2 world, $20,000 a month sounds kind of pie in the sky. It sounds kind of make believe, unheard of, etc. But it is very, very possible here. And it's actually more, I don't even want to say very possible. It's almost expected if you're full time here, because when you could buy leads by the hundreds, 20K a month is 5 policies a week. So if you're actually working full time, and then this is the biggest thing is people don't work, right? But if you're actually working full time and you're serious about your future, you're serious about your business, serious about making money for your family, it's not impossible to think that out of 100, 200, 300 leads per week, that ask for insurance at some point in the last couple either days, months, weeks, years, it's not impossible to think that you can find 5 that said, yes, I still do want that insurance that I requested in a week. And that's what 20K a month is. It's just 5 per week, 1 per day if you're working 5 days a week, less than 1 per day if you're working 7 days a week, just someone who's saying, I want some insurance. And so if that's the case, I would rather buy interest, right? Because I've worked at companies where they didn't have leads and you had to work off of referrals, and you had to be working 24/7 because you would get a friend of a friend of a referral of a friend. And as soon as you took a break just for 1 weekend, right, to just take a breath, all that referral magic goes away. They're not interested anymore. Yeah, I don't think I even want this. And you were forcing stuff that people didn't want. Well, the nice thing is we have leads. And does every single lead have a check stapled to their forehead saying, sign me up for insurance? Absolutely not. Some of them you got to work harder than others. And we're going to go over phone script and in-home in a second. But none of that matters if you don't have proper lead flow. So what I'm going to go ahead and do for you guys is I need to see whether you want to volunteer holding your hand up, whether you want to drop in the chat here. But we're going to pick one person on this call right now that believes they are in a position and they're ready to buy leads. And we're going to kind of go do a lead strategy call, talk lead strategy a little bit. And if not, then I'm going to pick on someone. So is there anyone that would like one-on-one coaching support right now going over lead strategy to become a 20K producer? I know if I had this opportunity when I started, I would have been jumping through the roof.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. Michelle Williams, how you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you, Alexander?
I am good. I've heard a lot about you from Christine and Roy. So
oh boy, only
all
believe
the good
half
things.
of it.
Don't believe half of it. You're funny. You so how long have you been with FFL now, Michelle?
I think I've been contracted 4 weeks, maybe.
4 weeks.
Or I
Okay.
got my license like 4 weeks ago.
About 4 weeks ago. Lovely.
Yeah.
So you got your license 4 weeks ago. Nice. So brand
Yeah,
new to
so
the
I've-
insurance world.
Yeah.
And you just had your first 2 field days, 3 field days?
Yes. Been in 3 days.
Been in 3 days. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. You got a little mini me there helping you out too. I
Yeah.
see.
Sorry.
So you're totally good. Hey, it's a Sunday evening, so I appreciate you being on, Michelle. So, and what part of the country do you live in, Michelle?
I live in Michigan.
Michigan. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk lead strategy, and I'm going to kind of use you as an example for everyone. Is that okay?
Yep. Absolutely.
Cool. All righty. So first things first, there's 2 main resources for leads I want to show everyone. So the first resource and the primary resource I recommend is the CRM for Family First Life. The link for that is crm.familyfirstlife.com. If you do not have access to this, or if you've like never been in this, you do have to get invited to it. So if you're sitting here, crm.familyfirstlife.com. If you've never seen this page, if you've never logged in before, you're going to have to get invited. So that's one of the things you write down. Ask my manager how to get access to CRM. Write that down. At the end of this call, you can text your manager, they can get you access to the CRM, right? But the nice thing about our CRM is that we have hundreds of thousands of leads available all across the country, 24/7, 365. And some areas have more leads than others, right? In full disclosure. And that's why we're going to kind of go look at Michigan now and see if this is a good resource, or if we need to look at our other resources I'm going to go over in a little bit. So you're over here in Michigan, right?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
All right. I've never been in Michigan. Where are you in Michigan? Oh, if you're talking, I didn't hear that. Where are you in Michigan?
Sorry, I hit the mute button. Southeast.
Southeast, right? Are you in
Yep.
Detroit, or you're in
No,
Detroit?
I'm the bottom down to the left, right there.
Lenawee?
Lenawee.
Lenawee
I'm like
County.
right on the border between Lenawee and Monroe, which is the one right next to it.
Monroe. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you, just because I'm unfamiliar with drive time here. So Adrian, right? If I'm looking at drive time from where
Yep.
Adrian is to like Ann Arbor, how far is the drive from Adrian to Ann Arbor?
About 45 minutes.
Awesome. So the nice thing is about most counties, not all, but most counties, is that usually there's about 4 to 6 counties in a surrounding area, all within an hour, hour and a half. And it looks like Michigan's no different. So even though Lenawee would be the preferred county, and if we can load up on Lenawee County, we will. If we have to go over to Monroe, up to Ann Arbor, over to Jackson, over to Jonesville, Hillsdale, there's no problem with that to get the lead flow we need, right? Because we know it's just 45 minutes from your center point at home. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so for lead flow and for new agents, I always recommend a mix of new leads and aged leads. New leads because they're easier to book, and so that way you're going to get a couple appointments that are easier to book. Aged leads because you want to get a lot of leads, quantity over quality. When you're a new agent, you need as many at-bats as possible. And if you think about this in a baseball reference, right? If you had someone that had never played baseball before and they get 20 pitches to hit a home run, they buy 20 new leads only, and they get 20 pitches to hit a home run. Could they hit a home run with those 20 pitches? Absolutely. But what if they had 200 pitches, right? More than likely, they're going to get the reps in. They're going to get better and better over time. There's a much better chance they're going to hit a home run on 200 pitches versus 20 pitches. Now, out of those 200, some of them are going to be bad throws. You're going to have a lot of bad throws in that mix, but it's still going to allow you to work on your craft, get better and better, get more and more practice swinging that bat. So when you do get a good pitch, you're able to hit that home run easier than if you only had 20. Does that make sense, Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay. So leads and working your leads are the exact same way, where if you only get 10 leads, 15 leads, and you're saying, all right, I'm going to go strike the lottery here. Like you're cheating yourself. So that's why you want to get a mix of new leads and aged leads. And so as I'm looking right here in Lenawee County, and let me ask you, Michelle, what is your goal on a monthly basis? Is your goal to get to 20K a month, or are you more part-time? Is it bigger than that?
No, I need to replace my income. So we're looking at least 20K.
Good. So 20K means you got to
replace
sell
my income
5,000
plus extra, right?
plus X. Oh, absolutely. The
Because I have
first
to quit. If I'm
benchmark
going to
is,
quit my job, I need to
yeah, for
make
sure.
it worth it.
I love it. I love it. And the first benchmark is 20K. Because once you do 20K, everything above that is just doing more of what you're already doing. But getting to 20K is building the skill set. Once you get to 20K, you already got the skill set. You just got to do more of it, right? So 20K is the first benchmark. That's 5 sales a week. So with 5 sales a week, my goal, if I'm trying to consistently write 5,000 a week, I need to book minimum, and when I say minimum, I mean minimum 15 appointments, but I'd recommend more closer to 20 to 25. If I'm only booking 8 appointments and thinking out of those 8, I'm going to sell 5, it's possible, just not likely because you're going to get no-shows. So I want to make sure I have enough leads where I can book 15, 20, 25 appointments, right?
Okay.
So I'm looking at a mix of new leads and I'm looking at a mix of aged leads. So over here, I see these internet leads, right? So we have instant internet leads. What these are is that these are fresh internet leads that are updated into the CRM in real time, and they're $11 each. So these are people that went online and were looking for life insurance quotes. Now the pros and cons. The pros is that they are fresh, they are not aged, they are real time, they're $11 each, they're priced very well considering they're a brand new lead. The cons is that a lot of these people, because they're actively shopping for insurance, if you buy them and you don't call them right away, they're going to get, their phones are getting blown up because they're filling out multiple forms online trying to get life insurance quotes. And so it's the internet leads and new internet life leads. You want to call those ones as soon as possible. So if you're buying them tonight on a Sunday, 2 options. You could even dial them tonight, or you want to call these ones first thing tomorrow morning for your dial day. You don't want to call your aged leads first because they're already aged. If they're already aged a couple months, what's another day? Like, who cares? But these leads are hot. These leads are fresh. You want to get to these first before someone else gets to them. When I say someone else, I'm not talking about someone else in FFL because these are exclusive to FFL, but just someone filling out 2, 3, 4 forms online. They're going to be getting hit up by the Allstate guy, the State Farm guy, the New York Life guy, et cetera, et cetera. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So if I'm looking at a mix of new and aged, I see you got these fresh ones here, and then a couple aged ones as well. And the nice thing, pros and cons of aged leads, right? Pros, they're cheaper. They're $4 or they're $3 instead of 9 or 11. They're also usually not getting called as much because now it's been a month, it's been 3 months, and so their phone's not blowing up. The cons of aged leads is that most of them forgot they filled it out, which makes sense because I forgot what I had for breakfast this morning. So why would I remember filling out a life insurance quote 6 months ago, right? So the cool thing is, if you know that, then you could be prepared for objections, which we're going to go over in a little bit. But this is a great example of a mix of new leads and aged leads. And since they're all internet leads, you're going to be using the same phone script for all of them. You got the same couple of objections over and over again, right? You also have some other lead types. I'm clicking around to see if I can get more examples. Great example right to your left here in Hillsdale. So you got some aged mortgage protection leads. So we have mortgage protection phone scripts. We're going to show you in a second. But these were people that are a couple months old. You have an actual lead card that someone filled out by hand and sent back in the mail, and you get a copy of that lead card when you buy this lead. So for $6, you get a card with someone's handwriting on it, which to me is super valuable. Because if someone says, I don't remember filling it out, no problem. Do you receive text messages? I'm going to send you a text of your handwriting right now. And if this isn't your handwriting, then we got a bigger deal. We need to call the police. And then they get the card and they're like, oh, yeah, that was me. Oh, yeah, no, it's been a long time. I forgot about that. Right. But they can't say they didn't do it because you got their handwriting. So these are some.
Do you actually say that?
I do. Oh, yeah.
We'll call the police.
Oh, yeah. Hey, if there's some identity fraud going on, then we absolutely need to make sure that we're taking care of this. So if this isn't you, we need to know if this is identity fraud. But I think once you see your handwriting, you'll know. And this will help get you your 30 appointments. If you get 30, you're going to sit 17, 18, you're going to set your 5 or 6 because some of these people, they're older. You're just trying to finagle your way in, and that's cool, right? Once you're in the door, anything can happen. This is all about going through the numbers. So
when you purchase your leads, would you do them all in one county?
If you can, right? So if your county can support that, in terms of drive time, that would be easiest. Not everyone has that luxury. So for you, like if you wanted to work all internet leads, you definitely got a good chunk here in Lenawee.
Lenawee, yeah. Lenawee.
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher that all night. You're gonna have a so you definitely have a good amount here in Lenawee. But again, if we're trying to get 100, 150, 200 leads to give yourself enough at bats, this is not 150 leads. All right.
Okay.
So you could go grab a bunch of these. These ones are very old. So these ones are going to be a couple years old. They're $2.50 each. So the objections are going to get. I don't remember filling that out. I don't even live there anymore. So you're, again, a lot more at bats, but all you need is one home run and you're going to make your money on these, right? Versus if you're clicking around, If you just go up here
Okay.
to Jackson, see a lot more stuff here in Jackson.
Scroll
lot
up
more
a little
stuff here
bit in
Ann Arbor.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Scroll
Yeah,
up a
I mean,
minute.
and here's the thing, like, I heard this on a training call when I first got started. Hey, if you had to go drive 2 hours to go pick up a $2,000 check, would you do that? I would.
Yeah.
Like, if someone told me at the end of a 2-hour drive there's a $2,000 check, let's go hop in the car. I'll grab lunch on the way. Like, let's go, right? And that's the thing, is some people are just like, well, it's over 45 minutes for me. Well, sometimes you got to drive a little bit extra. You know, Jamie Cheerio lives out in the country in Oregon, where there are homes every like 20 acres, right? And it's one of those things that, like, if you really actually wrap your brain around that, he's a 50K a month producer. He writes 50,000 a month in the country in Oregon because he's not scared to drive 90 minutes to an appointment, 90 minutes to another appointment. But that's what you got to do sometimes. That's his area. So does that make sense? Like, if you're not scared to drive, feel free to bounce around, try the different markets, try the different areas. You're going to find your
Okay.
sweet spot, but get a mix of all lead types, new leads, age leads. For 20K a month, I'd be spending $1,000 a week, which sounds scary. But if you spend that $1,000 a week, you're buying about 100 to 200 leads every single week. And at the end of a month, that means you got 400 to 800 leads of new and age stuff. Between dials and drop bys, you're telling me you can't sell 20 out of 400, 20 out of 800? That's like a less than 1% conversion rate. Anyone can do that if you're willing to actually put in the work. If you just call them
Okay.
one time, say these don't work, and then you throw them in the trash, no way you're going to make money. You got to actually keep working the leads. So does that make sense, Michelle?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
You got it. So that's what I would do if I was you. I'd spend $1,000 a week. You have enough in the CRM to support where just the CRM is all you need. So mix of new internet leads, instant internet leads, aged internet, aged mortgage, aged final expense. You've got a ton in there, which is awesome. So I would stock up on all of that. And then there's some stuff. I'm going to share my screen and go find some of these as well. Just to show, because people are in different markets, right? So sometimes you guys will see these leads right here, instant Facebook. These ones are really good as well. Instant Facebook are $25 each. So they're a bit more expensive, but they are, again, real time Facebook final expense leads. So if somebody was on Facebook, they saw an ad saying, get your final expense life insurance covered, get your final expense burial programs taken care of. They literally fill out a form and then they click submit. And as soon as they click submit, they turn into a lead. And when you call them, you go, hey, John, this is Alex. I'm getting back to you about the Facebook form for the final expense burial insurance. You put down your age of 62. Is that right? And they're like, yeah, I remember doing that, because it's a real time instant lead. So again, so these ones are a lot, they're not as common, right? It's kind of more of a beta that FFL's testing, but I ran these myself, and every person I got on the phone, I booked. So if you see any of these in your county, even if they're only 2, 3, 4 at a time, scoop them as they come up and call them right away, because they're hot, they're fresh, and they're really good quality as well. So, so that's leads in the CRM. So new leads, age leads, $1,000 a week to write 20K a month. It gives you the best shot of booking your 30 appointments. So you could sit with 17 to 18, so you could sell 5. Anyone could sell 5 out of 30 appointments. But if you don't have enough leads to give yourself 30 appointments, or if you don't do enough dials to get to 30 appointments, it's not going to work. So the other lead source, let's say you're out here in South Dakota and there's not as many leads in South Dakota. On FFL America, there is this leads tab. So this is another lead source that anyone can use as well outside of the CRM. And if you scroll down, there are some Facebook final expense leads. And so you could order direct from a company. So you can go right to like Bang Bang's website and go order some of your own exclusive Facebook final expense leads, right? That way you can make sure that you have your own lead flow. And there's also like EverQuote leads as well, which gets your own flow of life insurance leads set up. Some areas don't have as many leads, so sometimes getting your own flow is really nice, and there's information on that here. So if you still have questions about lead flow for your area, reach out to your manager. Trust me, as a manager, if I got a text message, hi Alexander, I'm looking at getting leads, I would like your help, over the moon. Those are the perfect kind of people. Those are the people we want to help. So don't be scared to reach out. We want to help you make sure that you guys are spending your money efficiently. So before moving on to phone scripts, is there any other questions that anyone has about leads, either specific in their area or just overall? Feel free to unmute. I'm gonna drink some tea. Going once. Awesome, cool. Alrighty, so we are, let's see, all right, cool. We're 35 minutes in, we're kicking butt. Let me go turn off the fan. All right, so now comes my favorite part, the phone scripts. This phone scripts is the lifeblood of this business. If you have 200 leads and you don't know what to say to call them, or you don't know what to say when they say, I'm not interested, I've already got that taken care of, take me off your list, somebody already came out, which are all common objections. Like, it's not just you, this happens to everyone. So if you don't know what to say, you're going to be in a world of hurt. So let's go over some phone scripts. So Colton Bruce, I'm going to use you again if you're still there. Are you still there, Colton? Yeah, there he is. He's hopping on. Go ahead and unmute, Colton.
What's up?
What's up, man? Kirby wanted me to role play with you. He thinks you're ready for your first dial day tomorrow. So we're going to put you on the spot here. So what kind of leads did you get for your dial day, Colton?
So I got instant internet leads and 1 month internet leads as well. At about 40 instants in about 71 months.
Solid. So about 110 leads. Solid. And what market are you in? Where are you based out of?
I'm in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Okay, cool. I'm actually gonna be in Oklahoma City next weekend, so we should definitely link up while you're out there.
Absolutely.
I'm doing a travel trip. So, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go show everyone where the phone scripts are, and then we're gonna do some role playing. Okay.
Okay.
So if I'm on fflamerica.com, this handy dandy website that everyone should have written down. I click on phone scripts. There's all different kinds of phone scripts and multiple variations of the phone scripts. And so you can find the one that you like best. And so Colton is working internet leads. So I'm going to pull them both up just to kind of show minor differences between the two. But you can see we got two different internet lead phone scripts. You can literally print these right out and boom, you're good to go. Right. So me personally, I like the second one better. This one right here, internet life lead, but they're both good. I just like this one better because it's got a couple of objections down here to help me remember. All right, doesn't mean everything works a little, so there's no perfect phone script. So do you have your phone script in front of you, Colton?
I do.
All right, cool. Do you know which one you're using, if you're using this one or if you're using the life script?
Kirby and I kind of, I think, work together on making a
little variation. Cool.
Version.
Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this up just for everyone to kind of reference. I understand yours may be a little bit different than this, but let's go ahead and role play, and you're going to go ahead and book me. Okay.
Okay. All right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Alex.
Yeah. Who's this?
Hi, Alex. My name is Colton Bruce. I'm giving you a call from the benefit office here in Oklahoma City. I just wanted to let you know that we received the request you sent into our office online asking for more information and or quotes on the new life insurance programs. I just need to verify a couple things here quickly so I can get the information out to you. I have your date of birth as 5/7/1994.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. And are you still at 2342 North Holloway Avenue?
Yes, that's my address.
Okay, perfect. So what I'll be able to do now is put together the options and information for you and get off the phone here quickly. I'm going to be out in the Oklahoma City area tomorrow and Wednesday, dropping off the information to a few other families that put in the same request that you did. It typically takes me about 10-15 minutes to go over everything with you, and then I'll be able to get out of your hair. Would you have some time around either 9:30 in the morning or 4:30 in the afternoon for me to swing by and drop off the information with you?
You said this was for tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow I work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I work during the day.
All righty. Would a 6:30 p.m. work for you as well, sir?
Yeah, I could do 6:30. Does my wife need to be there?
Is she off work as well past 5 p.m.?
Yeah, she doesn't get home until about 7 though.
Okay. It would be more convenient if your wife was there, because it would need to be both you and your wife and your family.
Okay, yeah, she gets home around 7. Can you do 7?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Yeah, she gets home around 7. Can you do 7?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, I'll go ahead and write you down for 7 p.m. Now, do you have a pen and paper on you?
I do not. What do you need me to write down?
I was going to have you write down my name, appointment time, and a verification code. Does this number also work for text?
Yeah, I can receive text at this number. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead, after our call, I'll go ahead and send you my first and last name. I'll send you our appointment time for tomorrow at 7 p.m. And I'm going to go ahead and send you a verification code. That's just going to be code for you and me. Nobody else is going to know that code. Essentially, that'll be for tomorrow, just to make sure that when I come to the doorstep, that essentially it verifies that I am who I am. And with that, do you have any questions for me, sir?
I won't give you a hard time. Nope, that's good.
All righty. See you tomorrow at 7.
All right, perfect. So first off, let's drop a
working on
3
it.
in the comments. Top it up for Colton unmuting. And good job. Drop a 3 to say good job, Colton, for being brave and unmuting. So is that your first time going through it out loud, or have you practiced a little bit?
No, I practiced it a little bit. I'm still working on objections.
Okay. Are you open to a little bit of coaching?
Sure.
All right, cool. So a couple things that I noticed was when you went to go book so 2 things about booking the appointment. For one, I did not find out if I had a spouse, right? And what that does if you end up booking appointments without the spouse is you get a lot of, I need to talk to my wife's. You sit down, you have this amazing presentation, they absolutely love you, they make you dinner, and then they go, this sounds great, Cole, and I need to talk to my wife, I'll give you a call back next week. And you don't get the sale, right? So you always want to make sure you have both people there, because both people are the decision makers, right? So, hey, were you looking just for yourself, or do you have a spouse as well? Oh, well, I have a spouse, but I was just looking for myself. Okay. I'm assuming you and your spouse, you guys make financial decisions together. You guys financially dependent on each other? Yeah. Okay. You guys both need to be there then. It'll take about 15 minutes. So you got to find a way to loop in the spouse. If you don't loop in the spouse, you're gonna again a lot of one-legged reschedules. Oh, I didn't know she had to be here, stuff like that, right? Another thing is you got to do what's called clearing the calendar. So you did a great job suggesting 2 times, 9:30 or 4, which is better for you. But you didn't know my schedule before you suggested those times.
Right.
So if you knew I worked 9 to 5, you wouldn't have suggested 9 or 4:30, right?
Right.
So when I get to scheduling, so they got me seeing about 15 families. So, I don't have a lot of time tomorrow, but are you still working or are you retired? Oh, I'm still working. Oh man, okay, all right. Is it like 9 to 5? Is it like evenings, mornings, weekends? It's like 9 to 5. Okay, what's like the latest you get home from work? Oh man, it just depends. The traffic can be. Totally got it. I'm driving all day. Like the absolute latest you'd walk in the door. Probably like 6:30. Okay, is that your spouse as well? No, she works a little bit later than I do. Okay, what about your spouse? What's the latest she gets home? She gets home about 7. Okay, so is there any reason you would not be home tomorrow at 7:30? No, we'll both be home. And you could see how by like narrowing it down like that, I already knew the answer before I asked. I already knew they're gonna be home at 7:30 because I figured out their schedule, right? Versus just throwing out 2 times and hoping they pick one. Because here's the thing, if they say no, right? 9 or 4:30, none of those work. Okay, how about 2? Nope, that doesn't work either. Okay, how about 6? Yeah, no, man, this is just too busy. Now's not a good time. Click, and you lose them, right? So you got to make sure you know their calendar before you start suggesting times. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. And then the last thing, and I don't know if you got this or if you're just nervous or if you got this from Kirby, but at the end when you said, do you have any other questions for me, sir?
Yeah, that's the first time I've asked. I kind of paused. I was like, I need to say something. I wasn't going to pause.
Cool.
So
I know if I was a client and someone asked me that, I'd be like, how much does this cost? How long have you been doing this? What company was this again? What was this for? You just opened up Pandora's box, dude. You just literally opened yourself up for objections 101. So, hey, perfect. Got you down for tomorrow at 7. Could be a few minutes early or late because I'm seeing a lot of families, but I'll do my best to be on time. And I look forward to meeting you and helping you out. Zip the lip. Don't open it up for questions. You are just asking to get your butt kicked if you open it up for questions. So, make sense?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and book you now one time, and then we're gonna throw it right back. Great job, Colton. Yeah, that was awesome. But I'm gonna book you one time, and then you're gonna do me again, and I'll throw a couple objections your way. Or if you wanted to throw one or two objections at me while I'm doing this, bring it on, baby. I've heard them all. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me see which phone script I'm gonna do today for internet leads. Let's see, again, I like this one. This one's nice and simple. So let's go ahead and do this one. I'm like right to the point. So ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, Colton.
Yes, this is he.
Hey, Colton, this is Alex at the benefits office here in Dallas County, getting back to you about the online life insurance request you sent in a few weeks ago. It looks like you put down 123 Main Street as your address and 21264 as your date of birth. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So again, my name's Alex. I'm just letting you know we did get your online request. I'm actually just the field underwriter assigned to get this out to you and go through a quick eligibility. It's all non-medical, so no blood or physical exams, nothing like that. Just got to check your ID and it should take about 10-15 minutes. So were you looking just for yourself, or do you have a spouse as well?
Well, you see, no longer interested.
No longer interested. Perfect, man. I'm not interested either. They still make me bring out this information to you to get you out of the system. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting calls like this. And so I'm just trying to do you a favor here. So in terms of working, are you still working?
I'm retired.
You're retired? Okay. And did you mention, did you have a spouse? I didn't catch that earlier.
I do.
You do? Okay. Is she retired as well, or is she still working?
She's still working.
Gotcha. Okay. And is she like 9 to 5, mornings, evenings? What's her typical schedule?
She works 9 to 5.
She works 9 to 5. Okay, gotcha. Well, perfect, man. I know you're not interested, so I'm going to be super quick because I got about 15 families to see. But I got an opening tomorrow at 6 p.m. to get this out to you, or about 7:30. Which would you and your wife prefer?
I think we could do 7:30. I just don't know if I think I can qualify.
Yeah, perfect, man. Again, I'm not some cheesy sales guy. I'm an underwriter, so my job is just to bring out the options and check your eligibility. And that takes about 15 minutes, and we got us working with 15 companies. But again, I won't be able to stay long anyways because I got a lot of other families to see, so it'll be nice and quick. So I know you mentioned 7:30. I just need you to jot down one or two quick things. So if you want to go ahead and grab a pen and paper, and then let me know when you're ready. No rush. Just let me know when you're ready. I'll wait.
Alrighty, I'm ready.
Okay, so write down tomorrow, 7:30.
Okay.
And tomorrow is Monday. So Monday, 7:30. My name is Alex, Alex.
Yes, sir.
This was about the life insurance.
Yes, sir.
And what was your wife's name, just in case she answers the door?
Her name is Margaret.
Margaret. Okay, so I got you and Margaret, Colton and Margaret down for 7:30. Just so you know, I could be there anytime between 7 and 8, just because I could be here a little bit early, a little bit behind, depending on how the day is going. But you said you guys will both be home, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then the 123 Main Street, is that a house or an apartment?
That'll be a house.
It's a house. Okay. And can I park in the driveway, or should I park on the street?
Yes, sir. You can park in the driveway. There should be a blue sedan in the driveway. You should be able to park next to it.
All right, park next to blue sedan. Got it. Okay. And just so you know, Colton, I'm about 6'1" and blonde, and I'm a little bit clumsy. So when you see me crawling out of my car, you'll know it's me, and I promise I'm pretty harmless, and you can put the shotgun away. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, Colton, got you and Margaret down for tomorrow at 7:30, between 7 and 8. And I look forward to meeting you and helping you out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You got it. So any things that you noticed in that one, like any things that like big takeaways, like, ooh, I'm going to remember that, or anything like that you got out of that?
Essentially, it's just ways to keep redirecting back to making that appointment, essentially.
Yeah. We're actually going to popcorn. Yeah, we're going to popcorn some objections right now. So everyone else that's listening, and poor Colton's out on the line. You guys are about to get popcorned, and you're gonna have to unmute as well. So, so in terms of objections, right? And this is my personal preference. There's 1,001 videos on objections. If you go search YouTube, FFL phone objections, Matt Smith phone objections. There's a lot of training on phone objections, but my personal preference on phone objections for anything along the lines of I'm not interested, I've already got that taken care of, already sat with someone, anything like that. They're all saying the same thing, just in different words, right? They're all saying that they don't want to be bothered anymore, essentially. So whenever someone says that, I give them exactly what they want. I tell them, perfect, I'm not interested either. Perfect, I'm so glad you got that taken care of. Perfect, I don't remember doing that either. But, not but, perfect, I'm not interested either. They, not I, they still make me get the information out to you in order to get you out of the system here. And that way you won't get any more phone calls. It takes about 10-15 minutes. Perfect, I'm so glad you got that taken care of. For whatever reason, you're still in our system. So they got me out there to make sure everything was set up okay. And then we'll get you out of the system. It takes 10-15 minutes. So everything kind of along those same lines, but the whole idea is they don't want to be bothered. So give them what they want. I need to get out there, review it with you, and that way we'll get you out of our system, right? And that's what I like to say when I get objections. And there's a lot of variations. Other people say different things that work for them, but I like to give them what they want. And then when I get there, I treat it like a totally normal appointment. Yeah, perfect, man. They just make me go over this information, make sure everything was set up. So, and then get right back into your appointment. So, Jeffrey Morcat, unmute.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, Jeff?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Hey, Jeffrey, I'm not interested anymore.
You know, I'm not really interested either, but they make me kind of make sure the information's correct so we can get you out of our system and stop giving you phone calls like this. So, you know, do you have time at 7 or 7:30?
Perfect. There you go. That was pretty good. So instead of do you have time, because now you're asking for permission. No, I don't have time. Again, I'm not interested. So instead is I need to get this out to you. I have a 7 or a 7:30, which is better for you? I'm
That
not
works.
asking if I can come. I'm telling you I'm coming. You just get to choose the time. Right? A little bit
Perfect.
different tonality, right? Almost think of yourself like a UPS delivery driver. You know, if you're a UPS delivery driver and someone ordered a package 4 months ago from China and it just got here to the US and they're scheduling a delivery, they don't care if you don't remember. They don't care if you're not interested in the package anymore. They don't care about any of that. They just got a job. They got to go deliver the package. So, hey, yeah, man, that's great. I'm not interested either. They make me get this out to you to get you out of our system. It takes 15 minutes. Right? So, awesome job, Jeffrey. Brian Beavers, you're on the spot, Brian. Unmute.
Okay.
What's up, Brian?
What's up?
All right. Hey, Brian, somebody already came out. I already got that taken care of.
Hey, Alex, that's not a problem. I just need to close out your file, resolve you in our system here. That way we can release all liability on our part. They've actually got me out in your area tomorrow. We are running a little behind, so I won't have a lot of time, but let me ask, what time are you typically home from work?
It just depends, man. I'm super busy. It could be like 4, it could be like 6, but I'm pretty like someone already came out though about this, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, that's not a problem, Alex. So I don't actually have a 6, but I can squeeze you in about 6:30. Would that work for you?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, perfect. I'll be there and I'll just have you sign off and we'll take care of that for you.
Awesome. I love, Brian, how you just gave it no weight. You didn't even care. You're just like, hey, that's great. Anyways, I don't have a 6. Like, who cares what they say, right? It's all just a smoke screen. You got a job to do. You got to deliver the information. So, nice done. So, Danielle Darling out in Hawaii, unmute. You're on the spot. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Leslie Seibert. See if you're here, Leslie. See how many we can go before we get someone that's actually here.
I'm here.
What's up, Leslie? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
All good. Hey, Danielle's nursing a baby to sleep, so I guess you get a pass for that. So, no, I'm just kidding. Awesome job, Danielle. So, Leslie, where are you based out of?
Indianapolis area.
Nice. That's awesome. And who do you work with?
David Locke.
David Locke's a stud. He's out
Yep.
in Indianapolis as well. So, hey, Leslie, I just met with this guy the other day, and I just got that taken care of.
Yeah, and hey, I really appreciate you letting me know that. But in order for us to get you out of the system, I really need to just stop by and make sure I have all the information so that you can be pulled out of your system. So does 7 o'clock tomorrow evening work for you?
Well, can't you just like take me off the list?
Well, no, I really need to stop by and make sure that I deliver the information to you and make sure that I'm taking the right person out of the system so that you don't continue to be contacted.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you open to a little bit of coaching on that one?
Absolutely.
Cool. Can't you just take me off the list? Perfect. It's exactly what I'm trying to do. In order to do that, they make me come on out. So instead of saying, yeah, no, I can't, now you're arguing with them and they're like, well, screw this person, right? But when you agree with them, all of a sudden they're like more cooperative. So can you take me out of the system? Like, can you take me off the list? Perfect. It's exactly what I'm trying to do. In order to do that, they got me out there. It'll take 15 minutes to review it, and then we'll get you out of that system there to get you off the list. So are you still working or retired? So it's the same exact thing you said, but instead of saying, no, I wish I could, or no, I can't, I have to do this instead, just agree with them and then say exactly what you said. So
Excellent.
does that make
No.
sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Agreeing with them, you get a lot less combative people. So that's perfect.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, let's see who else I can pick on here. Shirley Hampton. See if Shirley Hampton's here this evening.
Hi, I'm here.
What's up, Shirley? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Who do you work with, Shirley?
Kim Ward.
Kim Ward. Kim is awesome. That's awesome. And are you licensed or are you still studying for your exam?
I'm licensed and I just finished boot camp today.
Today. All right. So it's time to get some leads and get busy. I love that. So
Yes.
hey Shirley, if this is life insurance, I've already got that taken care of.
Perfect. I just need to get out there and get the information to you so we can get your file closed out in our system. What time did you say you got home from work tomorrow?
It's like 5:36, but can't you just close it out right now? Like, I've already got that. Can't you just close it out and take me off the list?
Perfect. Yeah, in order to do that, I still need to get out there to you and get this information out to you. So you said you get off at 6. I have a 6:30 and a 7. Which one will work better for you?
Yeah, I guess either one. So nicely. That was really good, Shirley. Excited for you to get on the phone. So that was awesome. Get right through it. Everything's perfect. Everything's perfect. It's perfect. Everything's perfect.
I know, that's funny. I've been listening to that and I was like, yeah, that does make sense. Perfect. Yep, whatever you said.
Mhm. I'm not interested. Perfect. And they're like, what the like,
Wait, what?
yeah, it catches them off guard a little bit, but it works, right? So nice job, Shirley. Nice job. So so I think we could really hit on objections. Is there any other objections or anything else with the phones that anyone else has questions about, is unclear about? I cannot stress the importance of the phones and phone scripts enough. Is there anyone else that has questions about that?
I have a question. It's Jackie
Okay.
Wilson. So when you tell them that, when they tell you that they already have it, or they just got it a couple days ago, and you go out there, are you just comparing them? And excuse me, because I'm new and I just started calling on Thursday. So,
Awesome. No, that's good.
okay.
Very good. So, so every sit, it's case by case, right? There's no blanket answer, right? If there's a blanket answer, then we would sell every single appointment. So it's case by case, in my opinion. But if someone just got a policy, perfect, that's great. For whatever reason, even though they got your policy, your file's still open here. So they got me out there to make sure everything was set up. You're in the best position. It'll take 15 minutes. And then when you get out there, I'll mention on the phone as well, people like that. Hey, by the way, if you got any policy paperwork, or if they sent you something in the mail or to your email, have that ready too. It'll make things way easier. It'll go by really quick. So sometimes I'll get there and they'll have their policy ready in their hand. Or, hey, do you have that policy you mentioned? Oh yeah, let me go grab that real quick. And it allows you to do a policy review. And there's no perfect answer, Jackie, because sometimes you can supplement. Let's say they got a really great term policy. Perfect. Let's add on some accidental. Oh my gosh, no accidental. Oh my gosh, great accidental. Let's say they're 64 and they got a 10-year term. Oh my gosh, what happens at age 74 when that expires? We need to get you some whole life. So it's definitely situational. Sometimes you can replace, sometimes you can supplement. Sometimes they really are in the best position and their budget won't allow anything else. And if so, you give them their peace of mind. You're in and out in 10 minutes and you're on to the next appointment. But there's no one right answer. You just got to try to find the need and find a gap in their coverage. When I say a gap, I mean, let's say they got their final expenses, but they got a $200,000 mortgage. maybe we can get them something to cover that mortgage, right? Or if they have a mortgage and they don't have anything for their final expenses, we can get them whole life to cover their final expenses. And so just got to try to find the need and fill the need. And if they're totally happy, budget constricted and all that, awesome. That's why we get 30 appointments a week instead of just 2. Because then you just go right out to the next one, and you go find someone else that still needs help. So that's
Thank
what
you.
I would do.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
You got it. So last thing I want to mention about phones before we go to in-home real quick for 5-10 minutes. I appreciate you guys still being on. But for phones, write down this website. I'm going to drop it in the chat too. Okay. ffldialteam.com. ffldialteam.com. And the password is FFL. When you type that in, it's going to ask you for a password. It's all capital letters FFL. FFL dial team, what that is live dials. And so that means that me, you, all of us dialing together, overcoming objections together, doing booking appointments together. It is absolutely amazing to learn. And it's every single Monday and Thursday. So tonight is Sunday night. If you're dialing tomorrow, you should already have your leads. If not, you should go get your leads immediately following this call. And then tomorrow morning, if you're not physically in an office that you found on WorkSpots, tomorrow morning you need to be on ffldialteam.com. You're going to type in the password FFL. And even if you're still studying or going through boot camp, just have it up and open and in the background while you're doing stuff. Because every time someone unmutes, you're going to learn something. You're going to hear real-time people giving objections and how people are overcoming it. You're going to hear small variations of the script and say, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I don't like that. That one worked really well. Ooh, that one did not work well. Can't stress enough the importance of the camaraderie of Dial Team, being able to learn in real time. And this business could be lonely. You know, if you're dialing by yourself, it could be lonely, it could be discouraging, and straight up Dial Team will make you feel like you're part of a family. And sometimes it's all you need in order to motivation to keep going. So it stays open all day long, Andrew. It starts at 8 a.m. Eastern time and it goes until people are done, which is usually around 8 p.m. Pacific. So it's like a 15-hour thing. I mean, everyone across the country is dialing all day, usually anywhere from 40 on the low end to 100 at peak. If you're on at like 10, 11 a.m. Eastern, there's legitimately 100 people on that thing dialing. So there's always at least one person that's unmuted, and you're going to get just one after another. Great advice, great real-time feedback. You can unmute yourself too, like Colton. I encourage you, Colton, to be on that tomorrow. And if there's a gap, no one's speaking, and you get someone on the phone, go unmute, do your thing. If you book it, awesome. If you don't, awesome. But you're going to get feedback regardless. Someone will unmute and say, "Hey, Colton, that was awesome, man. Can I give you some coaching?" And like, dude, how amazing is that? You can get real-time hands-on coaching like that. So can't stress enough the importance of Dial Team. Yes, Andrew, you could just listen. You also want to make sure that you are studying for your exam, Andrew. Got to get that knocked out. Don't get too distracted. But really, really good resource. Can't stress Dial Team enough. So, oh, perfect. Congratulations, Andrew. So, all right. So we covered the checklist. We covered leads. We covered phone scripts and objections. We covered Dial Team. Last thing to cover tonight is going to be in-home. The in-home presentation. And if you notice, I saved it to the very end because it's the least important. And you may think that's absolutely crazy, Alex. If I don't know how to do an in-home, how am I going to make money? Well, guess what? If you can't book an appointment, you're not even going to get an in-home. If you don't buy enough leads, you're not going to book an appointment to get an in-home. So leads and phone scripts is 80% of this business, 90% of this business. And the in-home is the last 10%. Because here's the thing. Think about the people we're sitting with. They went online, or they got a card in the mail. They filled it out. They sent it back to who knows who, complete stranger. They have no idea where this card is going, but they put their private information out there. They got a call from a number they did not know. That person confirmed their information and booked a time for them to come over to their house, a complete stranger. They were home for that complete stranger. They let the complete stranger in their door and at their dining room table. They're 90% sold. Do you think anyone will let you come that far if they weren't serious about this? Now, sometimes they need a little bit of work, but dude, they're 90% of the way there. You just got to push them over the finish line. Just give them what they want, right? So that's what the in-home is all about. So I'm going to go ahead and share one resource real quick. We'll do an in-home role play, and then we'll be good to go tonight. So if I am on this handy dandy website, fflamerica.com, awesome button here says presentation. You will see that first off, there are some e-app logins right here, so you can save the e-apps. But the most important part of this whole website, and first off, there are literally hours and hours of audio, there's videos out the wazoo, like there's a lot of stuff on this website. But the most important thing on this whole website is this right here, the credibility sheet and financial inventory. You do not do an appointment at FFL without these two sheets. 1, 2. So what this is going to be your credibility sheet. This is what's going to get you and your client look in the same direction and make it way less salesy. If you don't use this, then it's going to feel like a sales, and people hate being sold stuff. This is how you get them working together. So an example of how I use this is, all right, Joe, Mary. So just so you know, I'm not a captive agent. I don't work with just one company like just State Farm or just Allstate. I'm a broker. So what that means is that we get to shop around together. And essentially, instead of working for one company, I work for you guys to find the best plan, because I don't care what company you go with. It could be Americo, it could be AIG, it could be American Amicable, Joe, Mary, I don't care. I'm just going to do what's best for you guys, given your unique situation, because no two families are the same. Does that make sense how I work for you, Joe and Mary? Perfect. And just so you know, they got us working on a lot of different things. Today, we're going to focus on insert appointment type here. Today, we're going to focus on life insurance. Today, we're going to focus on mortgage protection. But we're going to make sure that we do all the shopping together. That way, you don't have to think about it, and you know you're going to have the best plan given your guys' situation. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, perfect. So you can see how right there, I took out a lot of objections. I took away think about it. I took away shopping around. I took away, didn't make it salesy. I let them know I can help them. And that's a huge thing. So Hayden, I know you got your hand raised. So I want to unmute real quick. Want to make sure you get your question answered.
Not a question. I was just going to ask you. Well, that kind of is a question. Are we going to do an in-home role play, or are you going to do one with us?
Yeah, I'll do one with you. How's that sound?
Yeah. Do you mind if I be the agent and you be the customer or client?
Absolutely. Give me another 60 seconds to go over this, then we'll do it together.
Bingo.
Bingo, baby. All right. After doing this sheet here, get them on the same page. Let Joe and Mary know that we're going to be filling out this form together. 2 minutes of health questions, 2 minutes of money questions. Obviously, our goals today is, Joe and Mary, is to find something affordable. Got to make sure it's comfortable and makes financial sense. But most importantly, Joe and Mary, we have to see if you qualify. So we will be submitting an application to see if you guys can be approved, because it doesn't matter. Quotes don't matter if you can't get approved for it. So my job is to actually make you guys sound good to whatever insurance company we pick from up here. And in order to do that, we got to get you submitted and see if you actually qualify. So by the time I leave here, Joe and Mary, you have that peace of mind that you deserve, knowing that you guys are in the best position possible and you finally got this taken care of. You don't have to ever think about it ever again. Does that sound fair? Perfect. Let's get started. So with that being said, Hayden, the floor is yours. I'll be Joe. I'll be single. How about that? I'll be single, and then you can go ahead and do your thing. What kind of leads are you working, Hayden? You doing mortgage? Or you doing internet? What are you doing?
Instant internet was my first purchase, an aged mortgage. And then I got aged internet, like 3-month aged internet on the Wednesday last week, and worked those.
Mix of everything, yeah. So what do you want me to be, man? What do you want to work on?
Let's do you as a, I don't know, what are you thinking?
45-year-old instant internet lead, single father.
Single father, got it, perfect. And you want to go by Joe?
I could be Alex.
Perfect, we'll do that. Cool. Knock knock.
Yo, who's this?
Hey Alex, this is Hayden. I'm here for a 6 o'clock appointment. How are you doing today?
Oh, good. Yeah. Come on in.
Perfect. Shoes on or off?
Oh, you can leave them on. It's fine.
Awesome. Appreciate it. My mom would smack me if I didn't ask. So, is there a table we could sit at?
Oh yeah, it's right over here. Go ahead and have a seat. Right. Sorry, it's a mess here.
Perfect. Now, I believe when we spoke on the phone, you said you're single. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah, just me, and I got my 2 girls. They're 13 and 8.
Awesome, perfect. What are their names?
Mary and Melissa.
Mary and Melissa. And 13 and 8, you said?
Yep.
Perfect. Young and thriving. Love to hear it. All right. So appreciate you for allowing me the time today, Alex. Just to confirm, here's the card that we had gotten at the office. This is a form that you had filled out online. Why was this form filled out? What did you have in mind?
I got some insurance through work, and you know, I've heard that I don't get to keep that when I retire, and I just want to make sure that if something happens to me, that my girls are taken care of.
Perfect. Perfect. So it's good that you already have something in place right now, but you are aware that, you know, once you retire, God forbid you're let go from the company or disabled, it's not in place anymore.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get something private. I've heard horror stories about it, and I'm just trying to make sure my girls are taken care of, you know.
Awesome. Perfect. And I know the kids are first and foremost priority for you too. Now, when you filled the form out, were you looking to protect the mortgage on the home? Were you looking to leave a legacy behind for the girls? Were you looking to cover the final expenses? I mean, what was your goal?
I haven't thought about the mortgage. I just want to make sure, like, you know, like, I'm 45 and I'm still young, but like I'm starting to feel the aches and pains of getting older. So I'm just thinking, like, you know, I just want to make sure they're taken care of. So I'll just leave them some money if something happens. If we could take care of the house, I guess that'd be cool too. But the biggest thing is I just don't want to be a burden on my girls, you know. So
I got that. Any good father would want to put something in place. Little bit story about me. I had a father who passed away of a sudden heart attack at 40. Didn't have any sort of coverage in place. My mother almost lost the house, and this was in 2007, right when the real estate market was peaking and just getting ready to crash. So it's definitely good that you're thinking about this, Alex, and that gives me a lot of insight as to why I'm here today and how I can assist you better. What did you say your girl's name was again?
Mary and Melissa.
Mary and Melissa. And Mary spelled Mary?
Yep.
Melissa Melissa.
Melissa.
Got it. Perfect. You said Mary was 8 and Melissa was 13, or is it vice versa?
Vice versa.
Okay. So Melissa's 8 and Mary is 13. Now, Alex, how much were you looking to leave behind today for Mary and Melissa upon, you know, and God forbid this happens, but upon sudden death and disability, how much did you want to leave behind?
Yeah, you know, I'm on a tight budget being a single father, and I'm working hard. So I you know, it just depends how much it costs, you know. So do you know how much something like this will cost, Hayden?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to go over today first. First, I'd like to confirm, barring that something unforeseen does happen, what does this situation in the household look like for Mary and Melissa if you weren't to make it home tomorrow?
Oh man, I don't want to think about that. My sister would probably step in and help out. She's like 30 minutes down the road, but right now, I mean, I got a little bit in savings, but that's it. I don't have a lot of stuff in place. That's what I'm trying to get it taken care of.
No trouble. How much do you have in savings currently?
Like $5 grand.
$5 grand, perfect. Is that a 401k, IRA, stock, bond?
No, just regular savings account.
Okay, not trouble. So like it's significant savings, correct?
I mean, I don't think 5,000 is significant, but you know, it's just like I have a checking account, I got a savings account, I got like $5 grand in my savings. Like it's maybe like $800, $1,000 in my checking, you know. So
perfect. Well, you got something in place, right? And that's all that counts. It's all that counts.
Yeah, I just know I need more. I know I need more. So
yeah. No, exactly. I got a perfect picture of that. I mean, not a lot of folks these days are good savers in the first place. So at least you have something in place. But that definitely helps me out better. And that's it gives me a perfect picture of why I'm here and how I can assist better, Alex. So this is what we're going to do today, and this is who I am as well too. As I mentioned when we spoke on the phone, I gave you my state license number. This is my state license. I am insured through the state of Texas. As you can see, there's my address right there. It's actually my personal address because I am an independent broker. So what I am is I am an independent broker, meaning that I am contracted with 20 of the top A-rated carriers that you can see right here on this sheet, credibility sheet, wink, wink, everybody. 20 of the top A-rated carriers in the state of Texas. So it kind of gives me a little bit of flexibility to shop around, which is good because I do see a lot of unique clients, Alex. I mean, people have different age, different goals, different income, different health, you name it. So it gives me flexibility in this situation. Also, I'm a field underwriter. What that means is I'm going to gather up some information. As you can see here on this application, I've already been writing some things down. I'm going to spend about 2 minutes asking some financial questions, spend 2 minutes asking you some health questions, pre-existing health conditions, what type of medications you're taking. And then I'll spend about 5 minutes going over some options that you qualify for. We have 3 goals today, Alex. We want to make sure that something is affordable, comfortable, and ultimately we want to see if you qualify. That's our goal today. If something makes sense to you, Alex, what we will do today is we will submit an application for coverage. Generally takes about 1 to 2 days for the initial premium to draft and the policy to kick in place. But once the premium drafts, the policy is in place, you're covered. We want to make sure that we have something in coverage today. God forbid that anything happens tomorrow. Mary and Melissa have exactly what they need. Okay. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds good. Does that mean that, like, am I gonna have to give you my bank account information?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to just basically gather up some information first and see what options are available. If something makes sense to you, Alex, we then will submit an application for the coverage. The insurance carrier first wants to make sure that they can commit to you just as much as you want to commit to them. So if it does make sense and we do submit an application for coverage, yes, we will need a copy of a voided check because they are going to draft the first premium with 1 to 2 business days. You want to make sure that you have something.
Only if I like the plan, right? Only if I get approved and if I agree to the amount and everything.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. It's got to make financial sense for you first before we even submit an application for coverage because we don't want to put you in a hardship or in more of a bind. You feel me?
Okay, that makes sense.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I'm on a tight budget, man. I'm a single father,
Right.
so that makes sense. Okay.
Understandable. Great thing about my job too, Alex, is I'm an independent broker. I'm not a captive agent, so it doesn't mean that I work for State Farm, Allstate. I'm not restricted to those products. I have multiple products. I'm not loyal to any of these companies that you see here, Alex. So if you don't qualify for one company, we can pivot to another company. I'm not loyal to any of the companies here. I'm loyal to you and getting you the protection that you need. Okay.
Okay. Yep. I like
Perfect. Awesome. Great. So as I mentioned, here's what we're going to do today. We've gone over the things that you want to accomplish. You did say that you're on a tight budget. How much income are you seeing monthly?
Gotcha. And then you just go through the whole financial inventory. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Very much.
Hey, Hayden, how long you been? What's up?
No, you go first.
How long you been with FFL?
I first talked to you and Andy back around the 4th of July, passed my exam on the 16th. This last week was my first week in the field. First dial day, I got 6 appointments, sold my very, very, very first appointment. Next 2 blew up in the appointment because between us, and I'm just straight serious, I think one of the guys I saw was a crackhead or crack dealer. He was bad. Second appointment, guy was in a nursing home, had no idea where his financial situation was and just didn't want to commit to anything. Last 3 with no shows. Second dial day, I set 12 appointments. Went 0 for 6 on all homes that I went into just because I don't think I was organized or prepared enough. But that's why I wanted to practice with you, Alex, because I wanted to kind of go through the intro. I actually watched the Jamie Cheerio video that happened, like the sales video, or not sales video, but the conference he did in Arizona 2 months ago. And this sheet right here basically just gave me all the organization I need.
Hayden, so if somebody wanted to go find that video, what would they search on YouTube? What did you search to find that?
Let me look that up real quickly, man.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I know which one you're talking about. I just don't know the exact link. But first off, while he's doing that, guys, go ahead and drop like a clapping or forward chat or something like that to congratulate Hayden, because that was a well done for a guy who's been in this 30 days or less. Just had his first 2 field days, and you could already see he's been doing his homework, right? And the nice thing about that is that Hayden's not special. No offense, Hayden. Hayden's not special. He's just like everyone else on this call. He's just been working hard. He's been studying. He's been practicing and watching the videos. He's really embraced this. The exact same videos he's watching, the exact same content he's watching is available to all of us. So anyone can do what he's doing. Just watch the videos, practice the word track, say it out loud over and over again. And the cool thing about that is anyone can do what he's doing. if you do that. So
I think it was
go
I
ahead.
think the video was like Jamie Cheerio 10 times in-home success or something like that. I honestly, hold on guys. While you talk, Alex, I'm gonna really try and find this video because I want to make sure that everybody has this. I probably watched it like 30 times already just to.
3 times, yeah. And Jamie Cheerio is that guy that lives out in Oregon and does. I found it right. Yeah, there's a couple of Jamie Cheerio videos if you search YouTube. But long story short, I'm gonna drop at least the guy's name here. So Jamie Cheerio. So if you guys search Jamie Cheerio on YouTube, maybe Jamie Cheerio FFL, etc., you'll see a couple different videos here that have Jamie featured. So if you can find the exact one, awesome, Hayden. And if not, no big deal. But that was a really, really good opening. You spent a lot of time finding the why, finding the need, making sure that, making sure that what to say in the home when you don't know what to say. Is it that one, Hayden?
I think it was at, hold on, FFL. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and try to find it. But long story short, guys, as we kind of wrap this up today, first off, you guys, if you don't have your leads, get your leads tonight. Don't wait till tomorrow because everyone's gonna be buying them tomorrow. You want to buy them tonight before they're gone tomorrow, right? In the CRM. However much you're gonna spend an extra $200. If you were gonna spend 500, spend 700. You'll thank yourself on dial day. If you were gonna spend 1,000, spend 1,200. You're gonna thank yourself, right? On your phones, stay disciplined. So it's starting to get late. So get your leads ready tonight. Go to bed and be up and early, ready to dial. Start dialing at 8 a.m. tomorrow. It does not mean set your alarm for 8 a.m. Wake up, have breakfast, have lunch, go to the gym, start dialing at 2 p.m. That means wake up 6:30, shower, breakfast, whatever you got to do on the phones at 7:59 a.m. Right? And if, again, like anyone can do this, right? If you're sit down on your dial day and you're willing to do 300, 400, 500 dials just over and over and over again, just filling up dial sheets over and over and over again, right? If you're willing to do that, anyone can do this. But if you're only going to dial the phone 40 times, you're only going to buy 15 leads, you're only going to book 2 appointments and then wonder why this isn't working for you, you're just not working. It's not that it's not working for you, it's that you're not working. So other than that, Hayden, did you find the video or no?
Did find the video. It is called 10 times your insurance sales closing ratio. So I'll drop that in the chat here. 10 times your insurance
Closing ratio. There it is. 10x your insurance closing ratio. It's on Grady Polston's channel. Guys, remember I
Amazing
said
video.
go subscribe to Grady's YouTube earlier? This video is on Grady's YouTube. Imagine that. All right, coming in hot in the chat, you guys. Guys, stay till the end, you get a bonus. Boom, there's the video right there. Click that link, save it, whatever you guys want to do. But other than that, we have 41 of y'all that lasted all evening, so great job. Get your leads, get on the phones. Anyone can do 20K, guys. Anyone can buy 200 leads, 150 leads. Anyone can dial the phone 500 times. And out of 500 times, you're going to book 15 appointments, which is less than 1%. That's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. It's a numbers game. Anyone could go book 30 appointments a week, sit with 15, close 5. Anyone could do that if you just go through the numbers. So if you're not having success right now, if you're not having the goals, hitting your goals the way you want, you just got to put in more work, guys. WORK, 4-letter word. Anyone can do it. So appreciate you guys helping on the Sunday evening, same time next week. And make sure you guys are on Dial Team tomorrow. Get your leads tonight. And super excited to see all the new riders and all the new success coming this week. And if you have not had your first deposit this week, make this the week. You guys stay disciplined and get that first deposit. So have a great evening, everyone, and bye for now.